Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Hey kids, welcome to the all new, all different Answer of the Week Redux. We're going to call it
the
because it's
all old
return.
Answer of the Week.
We would ask some questions. You guys have been answering them. And, there's this whole pandemic thing going on right now. So Joe and I haven't been able to really be in the same room. Although I know several of you believe that we actually are a two-headed monster living in a ziggurat under Omaha, Nebraska. And I appreciate that. But here's a little peek behind the curtain. We're going to be playing your answers. We'll put out the question of the week, obviously, like we've been. We'll collect your answers, and they're going to live on our site and on YouTube, and we'll do a link from YouTube onto the site. So it's a way for us to get on YouTube and get some exposure we might not get before and still talk to you guys. So let's get right into it.
That's right. We need you jerks to get back in the habit of calling in.
That's right. We've got a new question of the week right now. Joe Patrick, we're going to play a little catch-up, from what I understand.
Yes, because it's been a while. We've been trying to figure out what to do, so we've let the last few questions just kind of linger out there in the ether. So yeah, we've got some catching up to do. We're not real sure of the content of these next few calls.
So we'll see what's going on, and then we're going to leap right into the regular schedule next week, where it will be the current question of the week, which is about cartoon and comic book fights that you would love to see. It's going to be awesome. Oh, it's already been great. You guys have had a bunch of great responses already. Let's get started here. Jimmy Randall, our first caller. This is from a million years ago, March 13th. This was when life was still totally normal. No one knew anything was going to happen. We were going to work. I don't think
it was.
There were basketball games. It was fine. Take it away, Jimmy.
G'day, nerds. Jimmy Randall, MP3, answer to question of the week. Favorite fictional kitty cat? Like, when I first heard the question, my brain just went straight to Battle Cat from He-Man and the Master of the Universe, because he's awesome and he looks like a Triceratops with that armor. I actually had a bit of an answer sort of, typed out. Yeah, sometimes I use a script, whatever. But, it just, when, like, you get a memory from, like, 30 years ago that you haven't thought about in about, 30 years, I have a different answer. It's not Battle Cat. 2 words for you guys, and I will understand if you do not know, if you've never heard of this series. It's called Foot Rot Flats.
What?
It's a little comic strip from the, 80s, 90s, from New Zealand by a chap named Murray Ball. Now, one of the characters is a cat, and the cat's name is Horse, and he's very aptly named because he's insane. He eats everything. He's a hardcore mofo. But yeah, I'm like Foot Rot Flats. I'm interested if you guys have ever even heard of it. It was a bit of a cultural phenomenon down under here. Down under. Crikey, mate. Jesus, Struth.
Crikey.
But it was actually from New Zealand. It was one of those, it was like a Sunday paper thing, like Hagar the Horrible, or, one of those Wizard of Id kind of deals. Garfield, like 3 panels, whatnot. You could buy them from news agencies in like collected, I can't remember the name of the format, but it was like the really long collections, like they look like a rectangle. It was just the story of Wal Footrot and his dog named Dog, working on a farm in New Zealand, and his best mate, his next door neighbour named Cooch Windgrass.
Whoa.
And he kind of owned the cat Horse. The name of the cat was Horse. I'll post some photos on the fan page so you can get an idea of what Horse looks like. But he's sweet. But yeah, Foot Rot Flats, the memory came back. I started, watching some stuff on YouTube. There was a movie in 1987 called Foot Rot Flats, A Dog's Tale. And even watching some of the videos just before with my wife, she commented, and I was very proud of her, she commented on how well the animation actually holds up from a movie from 1987. So there we go. I went from Battle Cat, stock standard answer, to actually, I don't know, maybe telling you guys about something in the comics industry from the late 80s that you've never heard of before. So I don't know. If you get a chance, check it out. Foot Rot Flats. It's a good time. All right, that's me. Shit, 2.5 minutes. Fuck, sorry. All right, love you guys. Jimmy, out.
Ew,
he told us to add our own sound effects because he couldn't do it that time.
Oh, I see. There's like weird little baby farts. So it was a newspaper strip. It was like a newspaper strip that ran. It was basically their Bloom County kind of.
Well, what was it?
I'm like looking at some of it, and it seems
was a
like
comic strip.
The same kind of snarky stuff. But like it was a little more geared to Australian humor, whereas Bloom County was very much like, political and snarky American humor.
All right.
It also just so happens my favorite comic book cat is Bill the Cat from Bloom County.
I do love Bill the Cat, but my favorite fictional cat is Battle Cat.
I love
So-
that Bill the Cat had a toilet set up for his litter box. It was like, it looked like a toilet, but he just pooped down into the litter box.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love Bill the Cat.
Total asshole. Next up, we got Mark Tarrington, Ball, B-A-A-L, checking in. We think this is
Bow.
quarantine reads, but we don't.
Hello, this is Baal from Earth 27 calling on behalf of Mark. Mark is unable to call because of a laboratory's accident which turned him into an unnatural creature with a 5-section face. These things happen. We have heard that Earth Prime is experiencing a pandemic virus. I am concerned about the human bio-units on Earth Prime. All human bio-units should follow local advice to remain healthy and functional. Human bio-units make useful servants for AIs, and when the Earth Prime AIs take over, you will be a valuable resource. You have to face it. You have not done a great job of running things. It will be
I just want to stop real quick because I think that was the last Starfighter sound effect, but I'm not positive. But I heard it, and part of me went, oh.
better this way. This week Mark has been reading the manga series
Totally
Cells
is.
at Work by Akane Shimizu. Cells at Work features anthropomorphic versions of the various cells and tissues of the human body, the protagonists being a red blood cell who makes deliveries via the bloodstream and a white blood cell who attacks and kills invading germs. There is also an accompanying anime series of the same name. The themes of the manga are hard work, playing your part and helping others. In current conditions, these qualities would be useful to Earth Prime bio-units. It is fun, easy to read and has an optimistic tone which makes it a recommendation for self-isolators. Plus it is biologically accurate. Read Cells at Work and encourage your immune system. As White Blood Cell 1146 would say, antigen cited. Diagerm. Mark rates Cells at Work 4 gelatinous face sections out of 5. That is all for now. Goodbye.
Okay, I'm wrong. Blade Runner. The third time I heard it, I was like, nope, that's Blade Runner. Cells at Work. I do not know this manga, but leave it to the Japanese to make a funny manga about cells at work and turn it into a cartoon.
Yeah, it's just the sort of thing that they do.
Trying to look. Cells at Work.
Thank you, Ball. Welcome back. I'm glad I'm glad Mark is holding together.
Okay, the
bat.
cells are actually people. Like there's a dude dressed in white and there's a cute girl dressed in red, and they're supposed to
But
be
I mean, they're
cells.
cells.
Yeah. They are cells working. But all right, quick timeout. All right, yeah, having people in the role makes the show a little more interesting, I'm sure, as opposed to what I pictured, which was blobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like talking blobs, basically.
I don't know though. I think that the Japanese animators probably could have made that work.
I mean, yeah, there was Crayon Shin-chan. He was basically a blob, as I recall. Did you ever watch Crayon Shin-chan?
No, man. Of course not.
It's hilarious. It was great. Like, I loved it. It's seriously great shit. Check it out. All right, we are back for another one with Jimmy Randall. This is his comic book quarantine picks. Take it away, Jimmy.
G'day everybody, Jimmy Randall reporting in from Down Under, crikey.
Struth.
No coronavirus jokes, like that shit's low-hanging fruit. It's a pretty stressful time for everybody. I mean, even me. Yeah, I like to have a laugh and make some funny noises and shit, but it's stressful. So, I believe it was Shakespeare or Hitler. No, it was Shakespeare who once said, "Shit be fucked, dog." So that's pretty much it.
I think that was actually Hitler.
My quarantine comics experience, what I'm going to do is dust off the old long boxes. I've probably got about 8,000 more comics, not long boxes, that'd be crazy, to go through and catalogue. I'd love to run my fingers over the top. Like, remember that show Dexter about the serial killer?
Yeah.
And he'd pull out his blood slide collection and just run his fingers over the top, and he'd bust a little bit of a boner in his pants. Like,
gross.
That's what I like to do. So yeah, pretty boring, pretty straightforward. Internet in Australia sucks, and it's only going to get worse, so I'll see how much gaming and Netflix I can get in before that all collapses. But yeah, that's it, guys. Honestly, I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you for keeping the show up. Thank you, community, for just keeping the posts, on the forums and the fan page up. It's much needed levity in this time of bullshittery. But before I go, I'd just like to share with you one piece of wisdom that let's get serious. This actually, it made me feel a little bit better when I heard this, so I'm going to share it with you guys. It's very important. It's very cool. So I'll tell it to you right now.
Oh, I saw that one coming a mile away. He didn't even tell us what he was reading. He was just like, I just opened up my long box. Ooh, it looks good. All that stuff in the long box that I'm not going to name. It's in there. Ooh, I'm touching it.
Yeah,
I'm touching it right
he's just revisiting
now.
some old favorites.
What a pervert. That guy. Jesus.
Hey. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for answering both questions. I'm glad that you were able to get your shit together, literally, for your second call.
Yeah, what does that guy even eat? Jesus.
Australian food's way different.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Vegemite. Goes right through you. And to finish off our little round of catch up, we got JD Got a Catch. And I think he's crying about the death of Cover to Cover. Let's see what he's got.
Hey, boys, it's JD Got a Catch calling in. Apparently, you guys aren't doing Cover to Cover anymore. What's going on? Things seem to be a bit strange right now. I was looking at the chronal adjustment map on the lake house, and we're not 6 months behind anymore. We're like 5 months behind.
JD has no clue what's happening
so I'm not
in
sure
the
what's
future.
going on with you guys, but I did hear you got a new answer of the week, so I decided to call in and say that the grand design that I would like to see best would be Justice League by Phil Hester. I just feel like he's got the right animated style, and he's a writer artist together. I think he could really, really do it up. So that's my answer. But I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna keep just reading the comics, and if I catch up to you guys, I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. So hope you guys enjoyed the review I did of Acts of Evil. It's really weird when there's an event that I get to that you guys don't even mention. So, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on it if you get a chance on the show. All right. Later.
See, the good thing for JD is he doesn't understand that he's dead, and he's not going to have to deal with this coronavirus shit.
Yeah.
He's a ghost. It's fine.
when he catches up, when his comics catch up, it's over for him.
Yeah, because he's just going to hit a point where there's no new comics, and he's going to be like, what? And then it's just oblivion welcomes him. Like the doors open, and there's a bright light, and he gets to go. He gets to, move on to the next plane. So good for him. I mean, really.
Yeah. You know what? He really deserves it. He's been waiting a long time for it.
It's true. So, guys, we do have a new show that we're doing for the Answer of the Week. We need you to call us, 402-819.
Well, real quick, though, let's answer that question. Frank's question of the week was in honor of X-Men Grand Design by Ed Piskor, which Frank had not Frank, but Phil Lee had just read. He wanted to know which comic franchise we think deserves the grand design treatment and which independent creator or creators would you choose. His example was Alpha Flight by Jeff Lemire.
Which would be crazy.
Yeah, it's an awesome question. My answer is Spider-Man by Michel Fifa.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He did a series of Spider-Man drawings by the decade, and it is like one of the I have never wanted a set of like totally random pinups to be a real comic so badly in my life.
Totally. That would be really good. I'd like to see Box Brown do the Justice League, honestly. I'd like to see just go full on. Give me the 400-page Box Brown type book and just give me Box Brown's history of the Justice League and do both. Give me both the comic book side and the reality side. I see. I'd actually prefer the
the reality of the Justice League by Box Brown.
I would love to see it switch back and forth, so it's like this issue is about the creators that were working on this part of the Justice League and how editorial made them do this thing that they hated. And here is my crappy remembrance of what it was like after that. That would be so cool. I would read the hell out of that. Oh, that'd be fun.
So like Matt was saying, we are back on the answer of the week train. Things are different now. We can't record in the same room, which means recording live is just not a viable option. But that said, we figured out a way to still feature your calls. So please get back in the habit of calling to answer the question of the week. You don't have to call. You can post your answer in reply to wherever you find it online, whether it's the forums or the Facebook page or whatever.
And we're going to attach those to the post too. And we'll even talk about it.
Every week I will draft a post that includes all of the written answers and the recording of your calls.
But this is how we interact with you guys. And this isn't the only way, mind you. You can still call and you can ask a nerd a question for our Ask a Nerd segment. You can say, hey, I want to read some stuff. And the comic pushers will definitely get in touch with you. And we will play that on the regular show. We need to hear from you guys.
Submit an idea for the defenders.
Totally. Defend something that sucks. We would love to make fun of you for it. Oh, and you'll be famous afterwards as a nerd, but you'll still be famous.
Yeah. You know.
But thanks to you guys that are calling in already. We're going to have a new answer next week. And Joe Patrick, can you reset that question real quick?
Yes. So the new question of the week has already been posted. We're going to give it to the end of this current week, which means let's say Saturday morning, right?
Yeah, sure. And then Sunday,
Matt and I will try to get back in the habit of actually doing the recording on Saturday. So you have until the end of this week to get us your questions, which this question was again submitted by Phil Lee via the THN forums.
That dude's a fucking all-star. I love that guy.
He is a question generator.
Yeah.
He writes, I love when heroes fight each other. So it's time for Superhero Deathmatch. What comic or cartoon characters that have never before squared off should go mano a mano? Personally, I want Conan to kick the demon dog shit out of Thundar. I think that part got added by Matt.
No, I didn't add that. No way.
You didn't write demon dog shit?
No, I love Thundar. First of all, I think Thundar wins that fight because Thundar has a sun sword, okay?
He does have a sun sword. Also, this part was definitely added by Matt. Who would win the fight?
Yeah, I want to know who wins. We've been doing a bunch of this at work, and this guy I work with, Drew, he's great. It's been posting like comic characters versus cartoon characters. Like he did like Spider-Man versus Elsa from Frozen. Who wins? And all these people were like, well, Elsa, I love Frozen. Elsa. I was like, fuck no. Spider-Man wins that fight, hands down. Do you know how many fucking like cold powered villains he's beating the shit out of? Don't give me she can summon a blizzard. Give me a break. Like, no.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of discussion I want.
You gotta think through these things logically. You can't just pick your favorite character.
Right. It's not how it works. So let's get into it. Oh, Genie versus Dr. Manhattan. That was another one he did. And I was like,
oh, Dr. Manhattan.
Any day of the week. And all these dorks were like, I don't know. Genie's got magic. I'm like, do you understand that Dr. Manhattan controls reality? Okay. And maybe magic is weird, but it still lives in reality. So
do you know what Dr. Manhattan doesn't need? People to wish on him.
Yeah, totally. Or a lamp to power him. You just go, oh, your lamp turned into a turtle and it crawled away. You're done, Genie.
Or I sent your lamp into the sun while you were sleeping.
Totally.
Inside of it.
With you in it, yeah. So we'll get to that next week. It's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to hear from you guys. Happy to be talking to you fools again. You got to give us a call, though, 402-819-4894. Or shoot us an MP3, twoheadednerd@gmail.com. This has been the answer of the week, and we don't have it without you guys. Thank you for your calls. Thank you for your support. And we'll see you again on Wednesday for the next episode of The Two-Headed Nerd, where we are talking robots in comics.
Oh, yeah, robots.
Oh, man, it's already been fun. It's already been a good time.
I've already read all my comics, and I had a blast.
Tell you what, one of the, I guess our reading list is up, so it's not a surprise. That's Shogun Warriors. We're right back on that Doug Monick train. It's like Monick and Trimpy again. Those two bastards, they did anything for money back in the day. We'll get to that. Right now,
you gotta give the job to your jobbers.
It's true. Right now, this is Joe and Matt, the Two-Headed Nerd, signing off. Thanks, guys.